In a world where success is measured by wealth, status, and the accumulation of material possessions, it's easy to believe that reaching the top will bring lasting happiness. We're surrounded by images of opulence, sleek cars, sprawling homes, designer clothes, each promising a life of fulfillment. Yet beneath the surface, a different story unfolds. It's striking how many who reach these heights still feel empty. The silence in a grand home can be deafening, and the comfort of luxury often fails to fill the void within. For some, the more they acquire, the more isolated they become, as if each new possession adds another layer between themselves and genuine contentment. Despite luxury and prestige, dissatisfaction lingers for many. The sparkle of jewels and the taste of gourmet meals can't mask a deeper yearning, a longing for meaning, connection, and purpose that material wealth alone cannot satisfy. This isn't just a problem for the wealthy. The endless chase for more leaves a void at every level of society. Whether it's the latest gadget or a coveted promotion, the pursuit of enough can become a never-ending cycle, leaving people from all walks of life feeling unfulfilled. The paradox of emptiness amidst plenty challenges our very idea of success. It forces us to question whether the benchmarks we strive for truly lead to happiness, or if they simply distract us from what we're really seeking. The thrill of achievement fades quickly, replaced by a haunting question: is this all there is? The applause dies down, the novelty wears off, and what remains is often a sense of restlessness, a quiet ache for something more enduring. Fulfillment, it seems, isn't about having more, but about understanding what truly matters. Moments of genuine connection, acts of kindness, and a sense of belonging often bring a deeper satisfaction than any material gain. The gap between what we own and what we feel is a chasm many struggle to bridge. No matter how much we accumulate, if our hearts remain untouched, the emptiness persists. True fulfillment often emerges from experiences that foster connection, compassion, and growth. It's found in giving, in learning, and in moments of shared humanity that remind us we're not alone. To unravel this mystery, we must look deeper into the human psyche. What drives our desires? What are we truly searching for beneath the surface of our ambitions? Psychological, cultural, and societal factors all shape our perceptions of success and fulfillment. By exploring these influences, we can begin to redefine what it means to live a truly rich and meaningful life. Take John, a high-powered executive with a corner office and a hefty paycheck. On paper, he seemed to have it all. His colleagues admired his drive, and his family was proud of his accomplishments. Every morning he arrived early, ready to tackle the day's challenges, and every evening he left long after the sun had set, his desk piled high with evidence of his dedication. Yet, beneath the surface, John felt profoundly empty. The silence of his office echoed louder than any applause he received. The satisfaction he once felt from closing deals and earning promotions had faded, replaced by a persistent sense of longing. Despite his achievements, joy was missing from his daily routine. The excitement of success had been replaced by monotony, and the weight of responsibility pressed down on him, making each day feel heavier than the last. The pressure to perform left him isolated and unfulfilled. Friends drifted away, and meaningful connections became rare. John wondered if all his sacrifices had been worth it. Sarah, a celebrated actress, faced a similar struggle. Her name lit up billboards and her face graced magazine covers. She was the envy of many, living a life most could only dream of. Adored by fans, her glamorous life masked deep loneliness and a lack of purpose. Surrounded by crowds, she often felt most alone, her true self hidden behind the roles she played. The demands of fame took a toll on her mental health, the constant scrutiny, the pressure to always be perfect, and the fear of fading relevance left her anxious and exhausted. These stories aren't rare. They reveal a disconnect between external success and internal fulfillment. Behind the polished images and impressive titles, many people quietly struggle with feelings of emptiness. Many accomplished people still grapple with feelings of inadequacy. No matter how much they achieve, it never seems to be enough to fill the void inside. The pressure to achieve more creates a cycle of unending pursuit. Each milestone reached only raises the bar higher, leaving little time to reflect or find genuine happiness. John and Sarah's experiences remind us that fulfillment can't be measured by status alone. True contentment comes from within, not from accolades or material rewards. Their stories urge us to redefine what it means to be truly successful. Perhaps real success is found not in what we achieve, but in the connections we build, the purpose we discover, and the joy we allow ourselves to experience along the way. Psychologically, fulfillment is deeply connected to our most fundamental needs and desires. It's not just about achieving goals or acquiring possessions, but about feeling a sense of meaning and satisfaction in our lives. This sense of fulfillment often arises when we feel that our actions and experiences align with our values and personal growth. Maslow's hierarchy of needs illustrates that humans are motivated by more than just basic survival. Beyond food, safety, and shelter, we seek love, belonging, esteem, and ultimately self-actualization, the realization of our fullest potential. This framework helps explain why material success alone rarely leads to lasting happiness. When these deeper psychological needs go unmet, a sense of emptiness or dissatisfaction can persist, even in the midst of outward achievement. Many people who appear successful on the surface may still struggle with feelings of isolation or lack of purpose. The concept of the hedonic treadmill explains why the happiness we feel from accomplishments or new experiences is often temporary. We quickly adapt to positive changes, and our level of happiness returns to its previous baseline, prompting us to seek out new goals or rewards. This ongoing cycle can leave us feeling as though we're constantly chasing after something more, yet never truly arriving at a place of lasting fulfillment. The pursuit itself can become exhausting, leading to burnout or chronic dissatisfaction. In today's digital age, social comparison has become even more intense. Social media platforms often highlight the best moments of others' lives, making it easy to feel inadequate or left behind. This constant comparison can erode our self-esteem and make genuine fulfillment even harder to attain. By understanding these psychological patterns, we can begin to see that true fulfillment is rooted in meeting our internal needs, such as connection, growth, and authenticity, rather than simply achieving external milestones. Addressing these underlying psychological drivers, whether through therapy, mindfulness, or self-reflection, is essential for cultivating a deeper sense of contentment and well-being. Ultimately, true happiness and fulfillment come from within, from nurturing our minds, fostering meaningful relationships, and living in alignment with our values, rather than from what we own or achieve. Society often equates success with wealth, power, and prestige. Media and education reinforce a narrow definition of achievement. This pressure can push people toward goals that don't match their true desires, leading to emptiness. Consumer culture tells us happiness can be bought, but material wealth rarely satisfies deeper needs. Many feel compelled to follow traditional paths even if they don't align with personal values. This disconnect breeds dissatisfaction. Redefining success to match individual values is crucial. Challenging societal norms allows us to pursue fulfillment on our own terms. Philosophy offers timeless insights into happiness and fulfillment. Aristotle's idea of eudaimonia, flourishing, suggests true happiness comes from living by our values and realizing our potential. Eastern philosophies like Buddhism emphasize the impermanence of possessions and the value of inner peace. Detachment from material wealth, they teach, leads to lasting contentment. Modern thinkers like Sartre and Camus argue that fulfillment comes from creating our own meaning and living authentically. These perspectives challenge the idea that external success is the ultimate goal. Happiness, they remind us, is cultivated through introspection and living in alignment with our values. Embracing these teachings can lead to deeper fulfillment. Science reveals that contentment is shaped by gratitude, mindfulness, and strong social connections. Positive psychology shows happiness isn't just about achievements, but about mental states and relationships. Neuroscience finds that dopamine-driven pleasure is fleeting, highlighting the need for sustainable sources of fulfillment. Mindfulness and meditation promote lasting well-being by changing the brain. Helping others activates reward pathways, boosting happiness and connection. Fulfillment, then, is about more than personal gain. It's about making a positive impact. Shifting focus from external achievements to internal states is key. These practices help us find lasting contentment beyond material pursuits. Finding meaning requires intentional effort and self-reflection. Regular introspection helps clarify what truly matters and align actions with personal values. Practicing gratitude and mindfulness fosters inner peace and reduces focus on external achievements. Building strong social connections provides belonging and support. Meaningful conversations and quality time with loved ones enhance fulfillment. Acts of kindness and volunteering create purpose and connection. Embracing lifelong learning and personal growth brings accomplishment and satisfaction. Continuously evolving helps us find deeper meaning. By living authentically and nurturing these habits, fulfillment becomes attainable. Relationships are central to our sense of fulfillment. Human beings thrive on connection. Supportive relationships bring happiness and security. Strong social ties buffer stress and foster resilience. Meaningful relationships reinforce our sense of identity and self-worth. Social isolation, by contrast, leads to loneliness and emptiness. Building strong bonds requires empathy, active listening, and open communication. Investing in relationships, family, friends, community, creates a supportive network. Fulfillment is deeply tied to our interactions and the impact we have on others. By nurturing connections, we find greater purpose and contentment. The paradox of unfulfilled success challenges our understanding of happiness. True fulfillment depends on meeting deeper psychological and social needs, not just external achievements. Insights from philosophy and science help us redefine a fulfilling life. The journey involves introspection, self-awareness, and living by our values. Practices like gratitude, mindfulness, and altruism lead to lasting contentment. By embracing this journey, we discover what truly matters and achieve deeper happiness.